We're solving problems using proportions on tonight's homework. Problem number 2 says, fleas are the greatest high jumpers in the animal kingdom. A 1/8 inch flea can jump 27.5 inches. The Incredible Hulk is 8 feet 8 inches tall. If the Incredible Hulk jumped like a flea, how high could he jump? And then the follow-up question is, could he jump on any of these tallest buildings below? The tallest buildings in the world are ranked below. And you can see their height here in feet. So we probably want a ratio table for this one. The tricky thing is we're comparing height to height, right? Jumping height to animal height. And so I'm going to say animal height in inches compared to jump height in inches. The flea is 1/8 inch tall, so we could write that as a decimal, but should we? These are definitely not friendly numbers, so I'm just trying to figure out the best way to do this. Let's just leave it as a fraction, 1/8 of an inch, the height of the flea, and it can jump 27.5 inches, so 27.5. The Incredible Hulk is 8 feet 8 inches tall. I can't put 8 feet 8 inches here because our units are inches, so we have to convert 8 feet to inches. It's interesting. You could actually make another ratio table to compare feet to inches. I'll show you what I mean. 1 foot is 12 inches. If you want to know what 8 feet would be, there's a scale factor here of 8. 1 multiplied by 8 is 8. 12 multiplied by 8 is 96. We'll also look at something called dimensional analysis later in the unit, where if you have 8 feet, you can multiply by 12 inches per 1 foot. That's the unit rate. And the feet will cancel. These units cancel, and you get 8 times 12 is 96 inches. So the Hulk is 98 feet, which is 96 inches, and 8 inches. So he's 96 plus 8, or 104 inches tall. We want to know how high he could jump. So the proportion we'll be solving is 1/8 over 104 is equal to 27.5 over x. All I did was take this same, just like you see in the table, 1/8 is over 104, so 1/8 over 104, 27.5 over x, 27.5 over x. Now, set up the cross product equation, and then you'll see that you end up with a similar equation to some equations we solved when we did algebraic reasoning earlier this year. So see if you can figure out how to handle that. Identify the value x, which will be in inches, and then you'll have to turn it into feet to figure out which buildings you could jump on. Try to do that during the pause and come back and see how you did.
Paused.
The cross product equation is 1/8 multiplied by x, so 1/8 x equals 104 multiplied by 27.5. Do that up here. Five fours is 20, carry the 2. 7 fours is 28, and 2 is 30, carry the 3. 2 fours is 8, and 3 is 11. I'm being very careful to keep my digits in the correct place value. Multiplying by 10 here, but this is 0, so these would all be zeros. You don't really need to show that line, but now multiplying by 100, so start with 2 zeros. 5 multiplied by 1 is 5. 7 multiplied by 1 is 7. 2 multiplied by 1 is 2. So when I add these up, I get 00682. So, but there's a tenth place here, so tenths multiplied by wholes is tenths. So this is 2,860 is equal to 1/8 x. And the reason I think it's fine to leave it in fraction form is because we solved plenty of problems like this. How do you undo multiplying by 1/8? Or another way to think about it would be, how many x's do I want? If I want to identify x, I want 1x, because 1x is x. And the way you can get 1x here is by multiplying by the reciprocal, which is 8. 8/8 is 1 whole, right? You see these 8's cancel. And so if I multiply the left side by 8, I have to multiply the right side by 8. And so x equals 2860 multiplied by 8, which is 0, 48, carry the 4, 64 and 4 is 68, carry the 6, 2 8s is 16, and 6 is 22. So 22,880 inches. Now I have to do this again. I think I'll actually use the same table. We have 22,880 inches. I want to know how many feet is that. So if we go back up to let's see. I'm trying to think of the best way to do this. It's probably not showing this in the ratio table might not be the best way to show you, because I've got it cluttered up with some other stuff. But every foot has 12 inches in it, right? Like if I had, let's say I had 24 inches. If you had 24 inches and you wanted to figure out how many feet that was, you would divide by 12. 12 inches per foot. So that's 2 feet. 24 inches is 2 feet. So we're going to divide our number of inches by 12 inches per foot. And that'll give us the number of feet. So I need to do, running out of room, 22,000. It's really not good to crowd this. I know. I'll do it right here. 22,880 divided by 12. There's 0 12s and 2. There's 1 12 and 22. 1 times 12 is 12. Subtract, you get 10. Bring down the 8. 8 12s is 96. 9 12s. Oh, 9 12s is exactly 108. 90 plus 18. So 9 times 12 is 108. Subtract, we get 0. I still have an 8 here though. Bring down the 8. There are 0 12s and 8. So I'm bringing this 0 down. How many 12s are in 80? 7 12s is 84. 6 12s is 72. Subtract, I get 8. So I'm going to get, when I show the 0 in the tens place and bring it down, I'm going to keep getting 6's here. So this 6 is repeated. So in terms of feet, the Hulk could jump 1,906.6 repeating feet. If you look at these, by the way, I would take this many inches or this many feet as the correct answer to the first question. The second question, you have to look at these buildings. This one's 391 feet, 612 feet, 700 feet. He could jump on all of these all the way up to 1,451 feet, no problem. 1,483 feet, 1,667 feet, the Taipei 101 building, but the Burj Khalifa is 2,717. So he could jump on all of them except for the Burj Khalifa building. Okay, I know that was there's a lot of computation in that problem, but it's good practice, and I appreciate you watching the video. I'll see you tomorrow.